Hello and welcome to CKE 10,001's gaming channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my Rin Archer English deck profile post Heaven's Field. This deck profile runs 15 level 0s, 16 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 8 level 3s, and 8 climax cards. The first card we're going to take a look at is the level 0 Jewel Magic Rin. It's essentially your 004k beater. If the number of your other characters is 1 or less, this card gets 1500 power. So I'm running this at 4 copies. Then we're going to take a look at the next card. I'm also running the next card at 3 copies as a Mage Rin. It has 2 effects. The first effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can look at the top card of your deck and put it on top of your deck or into the waiting room. The second is your Activate Brainstorm effect, pay 1, and then put the top 4 cards of your deck into your waiting room, and then for each climax revealed, perform the following action. Choose a character in your waiting room, return it to your hand, and then discard a card by putting it into the waiting room. So it's a salvage brainstormer that discards. Then the next card I'm running at 3 copies is Devilish Smile Rin. It has 1 effect, which is continuous. All your other characters with Rin or Archer in its card name get auto encore. Put the top card of your deck into your clock. So it gives all your, basically, like all characters in your deck, clock encore to help maintain field presence, since there's no plussing brainstormer for the deck. And then I'm running 3 copies of Summoning with a Command Sealed Shiro. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous assist. All your characters in front of this card get 500 power. Second is auto. When a climax is placed in your climax area, choose one of your characters and that character has 1000 power until the end of turn, which helps your level 1 get power to get the reverse to get the salvage off the climax combo. So you usually use that for that. And then I'm running 2 copies of Ruthless King of Knights Saber Altar. 2 effects. First is continuous. If your stock has 2 or less cards, this gets 1500 power. Second is on play. You may pay 1 stock, pitch a card. If you do, search your deck for a master or servant character, reveal to your opponent, shuffle your deck. So I'm running that at 2 copies. And then at level 1, I'm running 2 copies of Beautiful and Smart Honor Student Rin. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous. If you have another weapon character, this card gets 1500 power, so it's a 1/1/8k. And it has a second downside effect, which is when this card is placed on stage, reveal top card of your deck. If it's not a master or servant, put the card into your clock. And so really the event card is one of the things that I can whiff with, and the climaxes. But you can use the clock encore to save the level 1 if you need to. And then I'm running 2 copies of In Charge of Fuyuki Rin. It has 5 effects. The first effect is continuous. During this card's battle, your opponent cannot play event cards from hand. Second is continuous. During your turn, this card gets 2000 power. Third is continuous. All your other master or servant characters get 500 power. Fourth, when a climax is placed on your climax area, you can pay 1. If you do, look up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 master or servant character from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put the rest into the waiting room. And the last effect is Activate, pay 1, choose 1 level 0 or lower character on your opponent's center stage and put it into his or her waiting room. So I'm running this card at 2 copies. So if you're worried about your level 1 combo reversing, you can always just play the red stock charge climax and then pay that stock out with level 1 and then look at top 4 and grab a card. And the next card I'm running is Caliboke 2. Its effect is look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 red character from among them, add it to your hand, and then put the rest into your waiting room. Helps mill your deck if you're running low on climaxes. Then I'm running 4 copies of the level 1 combo, which is Invitation to London Rin. It has 2 effects. If the number of other characters you have with Rin or Archer in its card name is 3 or more, this card gets 1000 power. And the second effect is when this card's battle becomes reversed, if a card named Mischievous Smile is in your climax area, you can choose up to 1 character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. I usually use the Command Seal Shiro to boost the Rin to get the reverse. And then next up is I'm running 4 copies of Dual Wielding Bowman Archer. Has a downside. Continuous, this card cannot side attack. and it's 106k base power. And you actually need this card in your level to early play your 3, your For Victory Rin 3. And then at level 2, I'm running 1 copy of Awkward Relationship Rin. When this card attacks, if the character facing this card is level 3 or higher, this card gets 6k power, so it's an early play beater card. And then I'm running 2 copies of Heroic Rin and Archer. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, if your deck has 5 or less cards, you may put all the cards in your waiting room back into your deck, shuffle, and then draw a card. So it's like a pay 1, heal 1, draw card. So a very good card to run in this deck. And then at level 3, I'm running 4 copies of For Victory Rin. It has a continuous experience effect. If there is a card named For Victory Rin and a card named Dual Wielding Bowman Archer in your level, this gets a -1 level, so you can early play it, which is that Archer over there. And then on play from hand, you can choose a master or servant character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So that's how it replaces itself. And then at level 3, I'm also running 4 copies of Lord and Retainer Rin and Archer. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may put the top card of your clock in your waiting room. The second effect is the Climax combo. When this card attacks, if a card named Last Words is in your Climax area, you can pay 1. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent, and this card gets 3000 power until end of turn. And then for the last 8 cards are the Climax cards. For level 1, I'm running the Mischievous Smile Climax combo, which is Red Stock Charge for level 1. And I'm running 4 copies of Last Words, which character salvage trigger. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check EncoreDecks.com and the link in the description below to see an overview of this deck profile.